lost your sojo? Everywhere I go, I find piles of stuff, and I'm trying to be productive. But I have found the solution to bringing back missing sojo. I have also lost my sojo. So I have come up with 5 guaranteed ways for you to get that sojo back and bring it out of hiding. And if you stay tuned until the end, I'll give you a bonus 6th way. So let's get started. We all know that it is really hard to get inspired when you're looking at that. So, number 1, you need to do a mini cleanup. I need that space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my shredder with a clean bin because my space tends to collect paper. And I'm going to put things back where they belong. That is pretty much my clutter. And anything that I find that I don't want, I'm going to donate it because somebody will be able to use it. Here we go. In order to make it so I don't have to leave this room because I can get easily sidetracked, I'm going to take a box, and this is going to be for my donations. First, I have to get rid of this. Okay, donation box ready. And I have a box in my other room specifically for bags. Now, seeing this 3 Quilt Amigas bag, that reminds me, our next retreat is the last week of April through the beginning of May. And you can go and get your tickets now. So, if you want to come and visit us in Hamilton, Missouri, and have a ton of fun and get the chance to win some wonderful prizes, then please join myself, Tracy, and Di by going out to 3quiltamigas.com and sign up. Oh yeah, and it would make a great Christmas gift too. And here I've got my Ireland book. I have yet to share with you my trip to Ireland. It is on my list of things to do. I'm only leaving the room when I know exactly where I'm going to put what I've got in my hands. I made it back in no time. Do you love to pop bubble wrap? Oh, or bubble wrap. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. I've made a great deal of progress. I kind of need a box for mailing. This is a quilt that I started quilting and I did not like it. It's one of the few times you will see me ripping something out. But I sure did. Let's see. I think this is one of my falling blocks quilts. And some of it was okay, but it's just like, yeah. I've gotten a lot of it done, but I still have a lot to rip out. Okay, so this is the quilt I still need to rip out. This will be perfect to put the things that I need to mail. So these, let's see, this is fabric that coordinates with a panel. I have to share some of the sayings. I limit happy to just 1 hour. Good food, good wine, good friends, good times. When I have a bad day, it always helps to whine about it. Sip happiness. Love and wine get better with time. You say wine snob like it's a bad thing. Just too cute. Now these are my father-in-law's shirts. My father-in-law has passed away, so I want to make memory bears. So this needs to go together in a container. This is a box of scraps. This container could hold scraps. I need to take a little bit more out of that. Speaking of scraps, I have something I have to show you. I went to the mailbox and there was a package for me. Like, I don't remember ordering anything. Well, I open it up and I have this bag and I'm looking at it. I'm like, that is so pretty. And then I looked at this. I'm like, that is so very cool. And there's a note in each one of them. I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, look at how professional. The zipper, I mean, it's got a handle. Just absolutely. This one even has a pocket in it. I mean, wow. And I got a nail file. And I'm looking going, And I'm seeing this thinking, that fabric looks familiar. Look at that, just for you. It's even got the cute little tag. Oh my gosh, they're adorable. Some little clips. And I'm like, oh, it's from the scraps that I sent out. Thank you so much, Noreen. I mean, you do beautiful work. I am just so impressed. And I really appreciate you sending me these. These will be special in my heart. I mean, this is it's just adorable. I mean, just adorable. So, I had to share that with you. No guilt for those of you who I send scraps and you don't make me anything. It's okay. But you gotta admit, this was extra sweet. Thank you again, Noreen. See what I mean about quilters being the best ever? I mean, quilters are so kind and thoughtful and gracious and giving and, gotta love a quilter. I have this giant thing. I just thought, this was the best idea. I was wrong. It is really not the best idea. I just put stuff in here. Granted, you can see it, but... All right. Oh, that has something in it. And I always undo the wrong flaps to get to the one I want every single time. Okay. But here we go. Wine will fit in there. Let me find a place for these and we will be moving on. That's how many quilts need to be bound. I got these last year. I love to feed my birds, and I like to feed them black sunflower seed, and only black sunflower seed, because then the next spring I get sunflowers. I love using these with the embroidery machine when you do a quilt end-to-end embroidery design, or quilting end-to-end embroidery design. These are from So Steady. I do like them. They're kind of an odd shape, so, but I think I know where I can put them. These are empty camera cases, and this is my first embroidery machine. This is such a good machine. It's a Brother. It is an Innovis NQ 1400E. I bought it secondhand, and it is just a good machine. Now, I think it looks a whole lot better. It is not perfect, and I'm not going for perfect right now. Right now, I need workable space. So, I can actually walk through this room. I have all of these quilts that need to be cut down so I can put a binding on them. These quilts are done. I just have to figure out where they're going. And I even plugged in my Christmas in July gift so it smells good. I do have to find the rest of these. I wonder what I did with those. And there are other things. But you know what? I can get to that in January when we do the whole big cleanup thing. In the meantime, I can breathe. I've got a work surface that I can use. I've got scraps that I can mail out. Number one seemed to take a little time, but it was worth it to me because now I feel like I can get something done. When I've got a total mess, it just stifles my creativity. Now we can move on to task 2 that is going to help you find your sojo. A lot of people put this task off. And you know, if you're not feeling creative, why not do this while your mojo sojo is gone, and then you won't have to worry about it when it finally comes back and you get busy on projects. Now, none of us really love doing this, but we need to keep our machines clean. I am going to clean my Little Rebel. Now, my Little Rebel is a mechanical machine, so it is the same but different. So I'm going to take my foot off. I have not turned the machine on. My bobbin case is underneath on the side, so that's a little different. And I need a screwdriver to take my needle plate out. Here is the little bitty cute little screwdriver that came with this. I like to use a pipe cleaner when cleaning my machine. So here I can pick up my needle plate. Oh my. Let me zoom you in on the disgustingness. Okay, can you see that? That is not good. I have not been a good sewing machine mom. So let's put this needle plate back on. If I can remember which way it goes. Ah, the numbers should be facing you. That should be a good clue that you've put your needle plate on incorrectly. Now I'm also going to put my needle down so that I know exactly where to place these screws, because my needle should be hitting in the center of my needle plate. My Little Rebel is based on a long arm machine. So on a long arm, you have a round shank on your needle. There is no flat side. So the way that you tell how this needle goes in is, hopefully you can see this, there is a protrusion in front of the needle. Grace has some really cute inventions, and you know, it helps with getting this needle in properly. So see how this is at a 90-degree angle? Well, I want that 90-degree angle to be facing the camera. So that looks 90 degrees to me. So I'm going to tighten this. The magnet on the needle is pointing directly towards the front of the machine. On this post is where I put some oil. And then I will also put oil in the bobbin case. And my little rebel is back in business. I want to say hi to Gladys from Fresno. Thank you so much for watching me. I appreciate you supporting me. I'm hoping you're having a good day. So we have tackled task number 1. I took a space that was causing me not to be able to find my sojo. It was hiding in there under one of those piles of junk. So I'm feeling it coming back. And then I cleaned my machine. Now, number 3. We are going to finish an almost finished project. I don't know if you have one of those lying around. I'm hoping that you do, because I think completing something that's not going to take you a lot of time is going to put you back into the mood to create and get that sojo back into your blood. Let me show you my quick project. I have this quilt. It is a 3-yard quilt. Can't tell you how long I've had it. I've had it for a while, at least a year, if not longer. Okay, so how cute. It's so cute. I have 3 blocks, 1 row to finish. I had done, actually I think my mother sewed this together, but there were some pieces missing because I'd left them at home. We were at a retreat. So I found the pieces and I finished the last 3 blocks. Now I just have to finish the last row and put it on my quilt top, and my quilt top is done. How good is this gonna feel? Pretty good, I think. Now I have got to say, task 3 is really kicking in that sojo. You know, I finished something that has been so close, but not done yet. I like it. Makes me feel good. Halloween weekend, my husband and I went to Las Vegas to see the Eagles yet again at the Sphere. I don't know why it doesn't bother me to go see them over and over and over again, but it doesn't. Thank goodness for him. And when we do go there, I check out quilt stores. And I went to Quilting. I had not been to Quilting before. They have several quilt stores in the Las Vegas area. And I want to say hi to Corey. Now, Corey may not be in Las Vegas anymore. She was getting ready to move, but she recognized me at the store. And that always makes me feel good. And she said hi, and she was so sweet and helpful and cut my fabric, because you know I need more fabric. And I just wanted to say hi and just wish her well on her move. Okay, we've done task 1, task 2, task 3. What's number 4? My next suggestion in order to get your sojo, quilt mo, whatever we want to call it, back is find a quilt. If you're like me, you have quilts lying around that need to be bound. Now, I have a little gadget to show you. It enables me to do the top and the bottom at the same time. So this gadget right here is called a quilt binder, and it is from Husqvarna Viking, and it's a 5/8 inch quilt binder. It is very cool. What you do is you cut your strips at 3 inches, and then you fold them in half and press them. The machine does the rest of the work. So you take this piece and you feed it in, and you need something that is pokey, and I can just use like the tips of these scissors, and you just pull this through, and then I'm going to take it through. Here I've pulled this, and you want it at a 90-degree angle. So this end of this should line up with your foot. And you can see it makes a little area for you to put your quilt. I'm just wedging my quilt in. I want my quilt, the edge of my quilt, to also be that 90 degrees. And I should be ready to go. So you have to make sure that the way this is getting fed through stays like this. Okay. I am catching both sides. It looks good. I'm not used to working without a foot. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Okay, let's try this again. I think I'm gonna knock it down a little bit. Okay. This is not. It's way, way, way too far up. Ugh. Okay, let me cut. Okay, I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna pull this back, because at one point it was where I wanted it to be, but it is not now. So you can see that here the binding is on the front and the back. On the front and the back. It's the lighting over here is horrible. Let's see. So see, it's on the front and the back. Now, here's where I come to a corner. And what you do is I'm going to pull it out. I'm trying to remember. I think this is good. Raise my foot and you pull it out. And then you turn your quilt just like you would when you're doing a corner on a regular one, but usually you take it out. And see, let me get in here. I've got the perfect bind on both. Okay. Well, it's definitely engaged. I need my hump jumper. I think that's the correct term for it. Here's my hump jumper. If I zoom out, you might see Oliver. He's hiding back there. Okay, I'm gonna put my hump jumper. Now let's see. I keep wanting to press. There we go. Okay. So I've gotten that out of the way. Let's put this down. Considering how bad it looks like it should look, it doesn't. And see, I'm not feeling, okay, yeah I am. No I'm not. Now I am. It is not doing right. Arr! Gah. You know, this is supposed to be super quick. That's the wrong way. And when I did it last weekend, it worked beautifully. Now I put it on video. You all know how that goes. It is not feeding through correctly. When I took that corner, I did not put this back the way I should have. I should have fed it back through the right way. I'm learning how to use this tool. And like I said the other day, this is the second quilt that I worked on with it. But even that corner, and I did mess up after the corner, I needed to make sure that my binding was in the little tube correctly. But look at this corner. I mean, considering that I was, fussing, it is nice. And all of this before, I did all of this before with the binder. So, naturally, again, Murphy's Law, when you go to show somebody, it's not going to work the way you want it to. But I've been having a whole lot of fun with this binding tool, and it will become a staple in my craft room. So that's number 4. Quickly bind a quilt, haha. But if you have any quilts that all that's left is the binding, go ahead and do it. Because when you finish the binding, the quilt's done. And it gives you, again, just like finishing that quilt top, it gives you a sense of satisfaction, a sense of being successful in completing something. And that always helps me to get my quilting mojo back. Okay, we have step number 5, and then you get your bonus, number 6. Number 5, I love panels. And more than likely, you've got a panel in your stash. Panels make making quilts easier. And they're so cute. I love this panel because there's Grace. She's hanging upside down. Dogs with glasses. A corgi. I'm not sure what breed that is, but oh my gosh, how cute. And then you've got your little dogs up here. Seriously, how much fun is this? And you can usually get coordinating fabric. Here is another one that I just love. And all you need to do, I hate it when people say, all you have to do is, but all you need to do is cut borders to go around your panel, sew them on, and you've got an adorable quilt. Look at that. Look at those cute little faces looking out the window. So cute. And of course, you have your coordinating fabric. This one isn't even directional. And I've got some dots in the black and the brown. So I can look, it's already got essentially a border around it. And I can add a solid and a print. and just have loads of fun. Is it cheating? No, it's not cheating. It's still fabric, and you're still cutting it, and you're still sewing it. And I don't know about you, but I would love to get a quilt that had this in the middle of it. And that panel becomes a cute quilt. Next time, I am going to show you how to take this quilt and quilt it on your domestic machine. Not your giant domestic machine, your normal sized domestic machine. 5 is near and dear to my heart. Okay, so by this point, surely we all have our Sojo Mojo quilting, sewing, wanting to do things back. Now, break out one of those patterns that you've seen, that you have printed, or that you have purchased, that you want to put together. Number 6 is a bonus because you've gotten back what you were missing. You're organized. You've actually finished some projects. So now we're going to reward ourselves with doing something new that really sparks our creativity. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you can use these 6 tips in case you're missing your Sojo. I found mine hiding under a pile of quilts. But I grabbed it. It's mine now, and I am going to be uber productive. Have a great day. Eat chocolate. Be kind to everyone, especially yourself, and I will see you next time. Bye.